Look at you over there. You are a vanilla ice cream. You are served in a cone. There is a soft pink napkin wrapped around your base. You will be consumed very shortly. Do you remember exactly 1 year ago, friends? I remember exactly 1 year ago. What were you doing? I was scratching my balls and crying because prices kept going down and I was bullish and everyone said we're going to go down lower. And I said the only thing that's going down lower is my respect for people who wear leather shoes before 11:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings. 1 year ago, the Bitcoin survey expectations of price were not what happened today. I have them here. I remember them like it was yesterday. I was here. Nobody else was here. No one wanted to look at the price. I'm like, oh man, this is the worst job in the world to look at red candles. Friends, when I walk past the department stores, you better believe if I see a freaking red candle there, I will literally turn it face the other way. You understand? Now, of course, the candles are symmetrical, so they're still facing back at me. That's why I have to walk away. It's green candle mode only. We've got to face the music. By the way, I've got to crank it for you, by the way. We haven't cranked it in a while, friends. Look how wrong the crowd got it. Look how wrong they were. Isn't this beautiful? What happened, crowd? Huh? I thought we were meant to go down. It's almost like your friend that you like, subscribe, belly button and all to was telling you that the crowd sucks. They suck on smooth eggs, friends. You can't follow the crowd. Speculation, markets, things get priced in. Happy and sad, happy and sad. All right? The crowd thought we were going to have a disastrous first half of the year for 2023. We all thought, not we, in the crowd thought, that first half of the year was going to be a big crash, that the economy was going to go in recession, crypto was going to go down, stonks were going to go down. I have the outline drawn. I did this many times, okay? Literally the red line here. The crowd thought, yep, we're going to keep crashing again in 2023. And then everybody thought, sweet, at this low, I'm going to buy back all my coins. Let me move this for you. Let me see this. See this price here near around 8 to 10K? Why did people want 8 to 10K, friends? Why? I'll tell you. See, it's simple. It's actually simple, right? There were dudes, like a random dude named Paul OSMAN on Twitter and YouTube, who they sold the lows here. They wanted to get out, but get back in with double their coins. They wanted to get something out of this bear market for all the pain. And I understand why, because yes, the market owes you now 7 pounds of flesh, doesn't it? But you got to think like a peanut brain. And peanut brains know, you know what? I better not do anything because I'm probably going to do the wrong thing. Who's Paul OSMAN, by the way? Paul OSMAN is an anonymous person. Look at this, friends. I literally, reminding you, I was scrolling through YouTube comments. I found the random dude, Paul OSMAN. And he was making comments at the end of 2022. And he made this like big essay on some YouTube post, and he just had like a mind-blowing amount of likes. He had like 150, 200. And he said, guys, it's so obvious. We are 100% going down. Crypto is actually more trash than we think. We are correlated to the stock market. I have now sold here at 20K. I'm now getting back in at 10K. I'm going to buy back double my coins. And here I am. I was sitting there. I was like, man, we've been going down forever, but my gosh, there is no way a dude named Paul OSMAN is going to get this one right. And it happened. It happened, friends. He didn't get it right. We just went up only. Don't you love to see it? So everybody thought we're going to dump forever, go buy, and then go up. And then what happened? We just gradually drifted up, all right? Now, so the crowd got it wrong. Really wrong. This is where I'm going to teach you something advanced, friends. I'm going to teach you something so advanced, it's not even in the Twitter comments. So if you're listening, congratulations. You see, Bitcoin is roughly where the crowd expected it to be in 2023 December. We're not too far off, right? We're not too far off. So it's a good question to ask me now. Wait a minute. If the crowd is wrong, how come the price is pretty good? I thought the crowd's going to be wrong. The crowd expected 35K by the end of the year, 35K, 40, and we got it. Well, friends, this is where you're going to have to learn. You see, Bitcoin is now in its 4th cycle. What did I tell you, friends? You remember there's a third cycle curse? Why is the third cycle a curse? It's because people entering something in the third cycle are using cycle number 1's Euphoria and number 2's Euphoria as their base for number 3. And then number 3 is such a wild disappointment. And in the midst of the bear market of number 3, we have cycle number 4 in crypto. And people have learned, oh my gosh, those numbers were so stupid. What was I thinking? I better drop it down. And so you get the stock market. What do I mean by that? The stock market, the average expectation for analysts every year is the average. It's 7%. Did you know that? On average, most people expect around 7% because they're like, it's 7% every year. Just do the average. Wild. Now, where do they deviate, friends? They deviate the path to the return. That's where they deviate. Some analysts are like, okay, we're going to crash for the first half of the year. We're going to print money and then we go up. Other analysts said, well, no one said this besides like basically me. Okay, stock market's going up only because all the cucks are in and they're short. All right, all the cucks want it to go lower. Okay, do you see what I mean? But we end up at the same place eventually. We mean revert together. So that's where it's a bit, so, you have a straight line up here, some people think up here, other people down here, but there's a mean reversion, you see? And we're doing that constantly, mean reversion. That's a mature market. That's 100 years of the stocks. That's why in crypto, we don't have that yet. But as you can see, friends, remember this is a secret message for you, not for Twitteroonies. The fourth cycle of Bitcoin, the crowd is getting better at guessing the prices. The crowd is not doing ridiculous deviations over the long run, which kind of means, look, there's a chance, the crowd expects 120K Bitcoin. Man, we could actually get it. We could get it. Like the crowd just literally hits it. It can happen. But it depends on the emotional money, right? So you've learned something that you see this over time, the crowd's getting more right, but the first few cycles, they get it wrong and get crushed. So now it becomes obvious, isn't it, friends? It is obvious because you're a butterscotch biscuit. And you know what? You might actually be a pistachio and cherry cake now that I think about it. Look, the market, it becomes more efficient at pricing its range of expectations. Why? Well, over time, we learn in our lexicon. You know what lexicon means, friends? It's words in your head. We learn, oh my gosh, there's a thing called liquidity. And we know, oh my gosh, there's bids and there's offers. Now, I've been a market trader my whole life, so I know, bids and offers. Dude, everyone knows that. No, they don't. People still don't know it. People think, okay, it's a line on a chart. It's just like, wow, it's randomness. I'm like rolling a dice. Now, it kind of is rolling a dice, but money is required to roll this dice. And yes, Bitcoin needs $400 million to move it up plus 2%. All right. To move it plus 2% on Hex, for example, you need poop. Maybe you need like 100K. Who knows? Very, very small amount. Pulse Chain and PulseX are real DeFi. You need much less money. We know that. But still, that's the thing. So we understand the mechanics more, but that still doesn't solve the issue of mass euphoria entering everywhere. That still diminishes. It's an issue over time. But, I mean, look at this, man. You call it an issue, but do you really want to go down 99% every 4 years? So once we solve that issue, it means the upside is diminished, right? So, we also learned Metcalfe's Law. Wow, I introduced you to Metcalfe's Law. Wow, isn't that great? Is that crazy that this thing works and keeps working, right? So, people think, oh, now that I know this, the market is more efficient and we're not going to get the targets. Wrong. If you go back and check Cardano's prices, friends, Cardano's prices during 2021, its daily users was going up. So this is Cardano's daily active users. It was going up. It was going up and up and up and up, right? 140,000. Cardano people were saying, well, Ethereum is too expensive to use. And Ethereum had 500,000 people. So Cardano has 100,000 daily active users in 2021. So no one said, oh, this is the top. No one. They said, okay, we should get to Ethereum at least because we're finally delivering on Charles Hoskinson's promises. That's what everybody said, but that was the top anyway. Doesn't matter. Humans, friends, we speculate. We speculate on our libido. We speculate on whether we're going to eat bananas from the fruit bowl. People used to think that the tech meant the price could go up forever. That's why I've made so many videos, friends. If you have time, you should be watching a lot of them. Just telling you, people used to think, okay, that we could control the supply and make something go up forever. No, we can't. That's why what Richard Hart does, he's a pioneer. He's like, wait a minute. This is just selling people stuff. You're selling people a dream. Same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is selling people a dream. All right? They're not like, oh, the supply and the halvening. Dude, that's a load of BS, friends. What are you talking about? You know, we can cut Bitcoin emission to 0 tomorrow. It's not going to do anything. People are still going to dump it. You know that, right? People are literally still going to dump it. Just because something has no inflation doesn't mean to go up forever. We know this by the thousands of DeFi experiments we did. You need demand to go in. People need to believe they need that thing. All right? So the tech isn't enough to make things go up forever. Now, the tech is useful. Why? We have beautiful things like the PulseX buy and burn. We have, friends, I'm not joking. Uniswap is one of the greatest inventions of our lifetime. I'm not even kidding. I know we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, and the Uniswap formula, I'm telling you right now, deserves a freaking Nobel Prize. To put everything in a simple ratio and make it such a beautiful, simple code is just ridiculous. Now, fake DeFi Uniswap Foundation, they can all burn in hell, and we could just sentence them to 5 years of being farted on because that's what they deserve. But man, it's great. Now, also Chainlink's infrastructure, its infrastructure is world tier, but it's not like these beautiful, elegant 2-line pieces of code. All right. They are enough to push the industry forward, but look what we're doing. We're increasing the complexity over time. So that's why it gets harder and harder, friends. This is a peppy with a cute pizza for everybody. Now, we just know the most important part, right? The most important part, there's less euphoria over time. Don't forget, man, the crowd was bearish in 2022 December. They got it wrong. All right. Friends, I get all the days, I get called a bit too bearish. I don't care what you think, man. I don't give a damn, all right? People will say, well, that was the bear market. This is the bull market. The targets are different. I don't really care, dude. The crowd in the bear market had expectations too low, and then they got it wildly wrong, all right? Well, it's happening again. But if your expectations are freaking giant already, well, what's going to happen as we progress through? You just got to protect yourself. You don't know what the future's going to hold. That's why I don't give anything 100% probability. I still give a huge 30% chance we get 3 up arrows. That's still enormous. All right? So have a look at the coins you're in right now. Do people have bullish or bearish expectations? Well, I'll tell you something right now. XRP people, it's 14x to their euphoria of $9. That's how trash of a situation they're in, all right? Most people, though, they're not going to be honest because they need a big number to retire. They need the crowd's target to retire. If the crowd expects your coin to do anything over 10x, you're bullish. That's it, all right? So don't try to convince me a 1,000% return on your money is bearish. It's not, all right? It's not. All right, crypto is in its 4th cycle now. We've got 419 million holders of Bitcoin and altcoins. Markets get more efficient. They are diminishing. It's what it is. You got to increase your clip size. You got to get more convicted. All right, that's it. All right. That's why I have this Peppy and these friends hanging out together. That's the game, man. That's the game. You can't put money in the S&P 500 and make 100x. So you've got to go all in on America. That's it. It's as simple as that. You literally have to bet on America. You got put a portfolio of retirement. You are betting long on the US economy. All right. And it's the greatest economy on earth. Yes, that's what you have to do. So as the volatility gets less, more people are going all in. And so they're betting harder and harder on it. That's why there is eventually a large amount of money to be made when the things reverse. But you could be waiting forever, man. Like, I'm not betting on America disappearing tomorrow or in the next 50 years at all. So just think about this with respect to crypto, the plenty of upside we still have. And you just got to think, like, if you have 1 month of your yearly salary in crypto, well, I got to tell you something. Maybe it's time to think about 3 months. That's a start. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you very soon.